What's up? Welcome to this collective video. It's going to be a pretty short one, probably around 5 minutes. My storage is pretty full on my phone, so I would do a longer one if I could. But we're going to be looking at just a general collective message, one that would help you get some clarification so that you're able to do what you need to do so that the rest of it is good too. We have the Strength as well as the 8 of Cups. So there is some kind of getting to know a certain type of emotional loss that you have felt within, I don't know how long, right? But it's long enough where you have gotten to a point where you walk away from situations or you keep moving forward trying to search for this type of emotional fulfillment. And there's something about how it's kind of, okay, so the cards that flipped out, yeah, taking a step back right now and allowing yourself to, something about needing to look at your grief as a way of finding appreciation for what is within the pain. Because the thing about grief is that when you do grieve for something, something was kind of taken from your life, something disappeared, something is no longer there for you to feel this emotional kind of fulfillment with said missing outside person, outside thing. I don't know, because what I'm getting is like, whoever it was, whatever it was so comforting to you that you felt really stable in the rest of the world. But now that it's not there anymore, there's a lot less of this feeling comfortable, feeling trusting, feeling trust, and also feeling safe as well. So it looks like there's a great opportunity for you ahead when it comes to being mindful of the choices you're making when it comes to the grief and how you're interacting with the grief, because there's something about some sort of needing to be a bit more, how would I put this? Like correcting your relationship with grief is what I'm getting. It's like you're holding on to what you really value now because of fear, since whatever it was that you were grieving over left. It left like this big hole, and you're still kind of figuring out and you're starting to understand how to fill this cup, how to fill this emotional hole, how to get your heart to be whole again. Because while this process is going on where you're grieving, your heart is also grieving as well. It's going through pain as well. And so it's really easy to kind of get in our ego when it comes to grief and say, woe is me. And absolutely you have every right to, because of what happened. But there's something about needing to move on from grieving into the acceptance of what is that will allow you to feel a lot more comfortable. I'm also getting that it's going to allow you to step more into, if you are on your divine feminine path, it's going to allow you, or even if you're a divine masculine, okay? So the femininity of you and your own energy is going to be helped greatly, it's going to be supported, it's going to be healed a lot more. Because there is this, I'm getting some kind of misunderstanding with yourself when it comes to interacting and having that connection with your femininity, because your femininity really came out when the kind of missing link that's connected to the grief was. So now it's kind of like you have to accept that there's no more outside object for you to feel fulfilled in this like femininity. There's a train horn going, okay? And so more so it's time for you I'm getting to step into this femininity with this kind of exchange with your grief, and allowing yourself to say it's so okay to grieve. What I've been through is so intense. I need space to heal and to grieve. And something about needing to allow yourself to not always improve on what you think isn't okay with you, or what you think isn't okay. Yeah, what you think isn't okay with you, and find how you can like that part of you. I'm getting there's something about, I'm gonna pull 3 more cards and then I'll wrap it up. But I'm getting that there's something about you really don't like getting hurt in your heart chakra, you know, when you're trying to be honest and open and vulnerable, and for some reason this happens, like the heart chakra getting hurt happens, okay? And then this is what's going to happen once you're able to allow yourself to come to terms with where your heart is, and realize that there are going to be times where you are going to have to be a bit more cautious with like, not cautious, but I guess more than anything, mindful and aware of your movements when it comes to, I'm getting something about your ego making really harsh judgments on others because it's trying to protect your heart, because that was how your ego, like growing up, that was how you were able to protect your heart and your heart chakra. And maybe that's where the grief is that you've always had to protect your heart in a place where you were told you were supposed, like you were told you were like safe and like it'd be good, but in the end you were hurt from it and you felt betrayed. And now you're at this point where it's like kind of you're betraying yourself, and there's a need for some reason to allow yourself to feel the freedom to expand your horizons, and kind of something about fulfilling your heart chakra and finding some kind of, like, it's your own internal, I don't know, it's like your own internal solution, and it's just you, it's just for you. So there's, you know, you'll get bits and pieces of what it is for you to help your heart chakra deal with this grief and come to conclusions so that you can move on with your life. Because I'm also getting that there is parts of your life that are put on hold right now because you're pushing away people due to the heart chakra, due to still grieving, due to needing to come to terms with it. And I'm hearing that one of the most efficient ways to heal this and to move on with your life is to embrace it and to do some shadow work and figure out what exactly is so confusing and what needs to be sorted out. And yeah, I'm getting that the more that you're able to consistently do it, the more you're able to heal and move on. But yeah, so that is the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. A little shorter than normal, but yeah, it was still very enjoyable for me to read for you. I hope it supported you, and I hope that you are able to have a great, fantastic day after this, or night, maybe a restful sleep, hopefully. It is the full moon, I believe, in Libra, so kind of out with the old, you know, the full moon is out. Now it's time to go. All right, bye everyone.